If you have a flight to catch, you just might feel the impact of the government shutdown as it enters its 10th day. The FAA expects nearly 52,000 flights today as we head into a holiday weekend, and we've seen some sporadic delays and cancellations so far. The Trump administration has begun showing a video at 8 airports nationwide, in fact, and in it, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kris blames Democrats for the shutdown and its impact on travelers. CBS News senior transportation correspondent Kris Cleave joins us now live from Los Angeles, typically a busy airport there. Kris, good morning. How does the overall national travel picture look today?
Well, something interesting here, Errol. Shortly before the checkpoint opened, a little bit before 4 a.m. local time, there's a large group of people that are waiting. Today, they treated the TSA to a round of applause before the checkpoint opened for those folks coming to work, not knowing when their next full paycheck will come. National air picture today looks a little messy. You got a lot of potential weather disruptions on the East Coast and even in places like Phoenix that are going to see some rain. And on top of that, you have uncertainty that's been injected into basically everyone's travels because of the staffing situation that we're seeing pop up sporadically throughout the air traffic control system. It doesn't look like it's a coordinated or targeted like sick out per se, but you're seeing more sick calls than you would normally see. And so every day, particularly as we get into the afternoon and evening hours, multiple FAA facilities have what are called staffing triggers, where they are short-staffed, basically. And some of those don't result in a whole lot of disruption. And then we've seen others that have been pretty disruptive. If you were trying to go to Nashville on Tuesday, you likely got there a couple of hours late because there just weren't enough air traffic controllers working.
So you've got applause in the early morning hours for people at the TSA area in LA, and now you've got also criticism from the transportation secretary toward air traffic controllers who he says are abusing their sick time and their call-out time. He's threatening, in fact, to fire them. Help us understand that.
Yeah, I was thinking the applause were for us, but they weren't. So Secretary Duffy, what he said was... That's what I like to think so.
Right.
But the TSA folks certainly deserve a round of applause, particularly at this hour. But what Secretary Duffy said was basically, if you're found to be violating FAA sick leave policy, there are repercussions for that. And the union acknowledges there are practices and procedures for dealing with abuse of the sick leave policy. Secretary Duffy said if they find out that you're taking advantage or misusing the sick leave policy, that your job could be at risk. And that is certainly a change in the tone of what the secretary has been saying. But you're also seeing these persistent sick calls. And the secretary made the point that, on average, FAA staffing issues are responsible for about 5% of flight delays on average. At points this week, they've been responsible for more than 50%. So while delays and cancellations have been sort of within historic norms this week, and the vast majority of flights are leaving on time, the amount of delays because of air traffic control staffing is up. That Nashville example, the airport pointed out nearly 40,000 flyers were inconvenienced because of delays at that airport. Wow. So it's not nothing, even if the vast majority of air traffic controllers are working.
And as you've been reporting, there is a general shortage in these ATC folks, and so that adds to the mix as well. KVC at LAX, thanks so much.